Keir Starmer, what are you announcing today? What is staying and what is going as far as your Green Prosperity Plan is concerned?
Since we announced the Green Prosperity Plan, we've made a number of important commitments. Green steel, so that we can continue to make steel in this country. Gigafactories, so we can get the next generation of jobs when it comes to car manufacture. GB Energy, which will be a publicly owned vehicle, so that when we invest public money, we get the yield back to the British taxpayer. And the National Wealth Fund, which will help get private investment in for the new jobs of the future. All of those commitments, every single commitment that I've made, is fully funded and remains in place, except for warm homes, which will unfortunately have to be carried out a little bit more slowly. What won't now happen is that we won't make further or new investment decisions, and that means that we won't reach the £28 billion envisaged, and that figure is effectively stood down. The reason for that is because since we announced the 28 billion, the Tories have done terrible damage to our economy, not just the Liz Truss budget, but also now the government briefing that it's going to max out on the government credit card. Reckless, but I have to anticipate the circumstances as they are now, not as I'd wish them to be.
Why is it taking you so long to come to this decision, though, to bin an arbitrary number, given that Liz Truss was Prime Minister, 18 months ago? Maybe you could have junked it then?
Well, since then, the government has said it's going to max out the credit card. So rather than think about what the economy needs, they're going to think about what they can desperately do as they go into election. That was briefed out just a few weeks ago. But look, I have gone through a process. I wanted to reassure myself that we could keep to the commitments that we've made, that they were the right commitments for the mission-led government that I want. That's taken a bit of time. Today is the day when the Shadow Cabinet need to get their proposals in for the manifesto fully costed. So today was the right day to conclude that process and come to a final decision.
A big element, around about half of the element of paying for what you want to do, is extending the windfall tax. What happens if that doesn't generate the money that you anticipate it might? Could we be standing on this balcony again and the whole thing gets watered down further?
Well, we've looked at the official figures in relation to energy prices. They're pretty clear, and so we're confident in relation to that. So the funding from this will be a large chunk from an extended windfall tax, and the other part from borrowing, because I do think that we need to borrow to invest and to invest to grow our economy, which is desperately needed.